had plenty of tackling chances, but you just couldn't put the icing on the cake a few times.
Yeah, we missed. Mitchie Barnett could have passed it. Put us to the front, and we got the one disallowed to put us to the front. They got 2 intercept tries as well, didn't they? Basically, so 2 fast start tries where they didn't do anything to get them. You have that any week, it's going to make it tough.
What do you think of the no try rule in there?
Oh, I thought it was a bit stiff, Rob. Yeah, I thought she was a bit stiff. I thought the game's become too difficult for the referees. You got all these rules committees, and the referees, they don't know if they're coming or going. Half of them wouldn't know, I don't think, what the genuine rules of the game are sometimes, because they get changed on them all the time. They get instructed to do this, instructed to do that. So the game's so hard for them. So it's a bit difficult for them at the moment, I reckon, to defend them.
But as a performance?
Oh, look, obviously, we had 8 blokes out from round 1 and 2, we won our first 2 games, and I think obviously the Dragons have got some key blokes that are a bit down on personnel, and if we had a little bit more out there, I think everyone would agree we would have covered them pretty comfortably, I reckon. That's for them. I hope that a few of those blokes can find some form for themselves next week, because obviously got a close association with the Dragons, but as I said, they basically got 2 intercept tries, and they're not going to get that luxury next week, I wouldn't have thought.
The whole round, you feel like you've come a long way since round 1?
Oh, look, we're a long way ahead of where we were this time last year. There's no doubt about that, and I don't think any club's been affected with injuries to key players like we have. Our halfback, our hooker, our 5'8", missed at least probably a third and more than a third of the year in those positions, and obviously Caelan started to get up in some numbers and missed games and played with one leg for 3 or 4 games as well. So I think with what we didn't have out there in the key positions, I think we didn't do too bad, but we also know there's a couple of real key areas, from a recruitment point of view we need to get right, and also from some the way we play that we can get a bit better at as well.
Yes, you had the season, mate. You're obviously disappointed with Waite's gone. Is there some positives to take out of today?
Mate, there's heaps of positive. I thought there was. I thought we built some pressure today. We probably didn't turn that into the amount of points that we probably should have. But we had 2 opportunities on that right edge in the second half that if we had to ice those, it would have been a different story. And we had a lot of ball in the second half that I thought we hurt the field position, and we probably should have come up with another try there. But we lost, and we're disappointed about that. But it's been a really enjoyable year. Like Brownie said, the coaches and the club have got plenty of things moving forward next year, and as players, we're looking forward to bouncing back into it in November.
Nathan, at the start of the year, if they'd said you're going to get 9 wins and climb up to 12th or whatever, would you have taken that, or were you sort of aiming a bit higher?
Oh, look, before we started, Rob, to be honest with you, I was open-minded. Obviously, I knew that. As I think I've said before, I knew Mitchell was a good player, but I didn't realise the impact he'd have on the team, and obviously we were quite confident by the contract we gave Caelan that we knew he was going to be a good player too. But again, he did probably exceeded more than what anyone probably thought. And after the first 2 rounds, your expectations for all of us obviously grow a little bit. Then we got a bit of a tickle up from the Roosters, who are obviously one of the more fancied sides. And then, we played Melbourne in Melbourne and got a bit of a reminder. And then we started to find a bit of a groove. And I thought, against the Tigers, to come from behind and win there showed that we were starting to really get some nice flow in our attack. And then unfortunately we lost Pearcey, which had a huge effect on us as a club and the playing group. Left a lot of younger players in key positions. So for next year, we need to look at the way we recruit, and so if Pearcey's not playing next year, we need to make sure that we're a better team if he's not playing. And obviously, it certainly exposed some areas where we need to look in our recruitment as well.
Big crowd around here. Do you think they're expecting better results next year?
I would have, we all are, I think everyone would agree, that this year we're a lot better than last year. Last year a lot better than the year before, and the plan is next year to be a lot better again. And if we are, this game next year will have far more significance. So, if we can have a bit of luck with some injury and have a bit of luck in the recruitment market, our younger players that have been playing for 3 years develop and grow, you know, we should be playing this game next year for where we're going to finish on the ladder, you know, not getting ready for Mad Monday, and that's what our plan's got to be.
What do you think of Tom Starling, mate?
Yeah, well, he never got enough opportunity to attack, I suppose, Rob, when he got out there. He certainly come up with some great tackles for a little guy, and he competes really, really hard. So, you know, he probably would have been nice to have a little bit more momentum when he got out there, but, you know, he felt his way, and I'd give him a pass.
Mitchell, what was Heino like at the end of the game? A bit emotional or anything?
Mate, he's been huge for the club. Obviously, every club he's been to, no one ever has a bad word to say about him, and he's done a hell of a lot off the field here, and he's a real goer, you know. Even for a guy that's played as many games as he is, he's just a real. Obviously, he's built his game on just being a competitor and a goer, and achieved a hell of a lot in the game, and just brought a positive attitude every day to training, and you know, he'll be mate of the boys for a long time, I reckon. Everyone will be bouncing some ideas off him. He's a real mentor. So, you know, unfortunately we couldn't get a win for him, and obviously Starlo on debut, but I'm sure they'll be happy with their time that they've had in Newcastle.
Mitch Brownie's talked a couple of times about the amount of time, or the lack of time, you, Connor and Kalen have been on the field at the same time. When you have been there together, what's the biggest thing you notice about in your own game or the way the team plays?
Yeah, well, having stability in the halves, it's one of those things. It's the more you play together. Brownie touched on the Tigers game, but we just slowly started to get some feel and flow, and you know, you see some of these sides that are attacking for the top four and minor premiership, where it takes time to build combinations, and then that gives the boys around you more confidence as well, and that gives my game more confidence, gives Kalen games more confidence. So I'm just really looking forward to whatever the coach decides to go with in the halves for next year, coming in the pre-season, having a whole summer over it, being able to work on different combos, and not only with our halves, getting a bit more trust with your back rowers and your centres, and that's when you become a really good team, attacking-wise. So there's plenty of upside, and I'm looking forward to a really good off-season with those boys, especially Kalen, and building some positivity around that halves.
Kenny Sarah got a couple of tries, I think you got 12 for the year. What are the chances of him staying here next year?
Look, it's certainly a possibility, I'd say, Rob. Obviously, the way the deal looks in those areas is obviously probably the key to it, but he's certainly a competent player, Kenny, and as you're aware of yourself, he's quite a good finisher, and again, he finished juniors off tonight really, really well with that kick, and he's a good guy to have around the club, no trouble. So look, he's certainly someone that we'd certainly, we'll be talking to about seeing if he'd like to stay around. Just how the deal looks, I suppose. And
have you actually made him an offer yet?
I don't think so at this stage, Rob. No, but I'm sure we'll have a chat with him this week at some stage.
Easy, your first Old Boys day, but what do you make of the crowd and atmosphere and all that sort of stuff?
Mate, it was unbelievable. Round one was pretty hard to top for me, being and the new boys coming to a new club, but that was pretty special today. It was, I don't think anything matches the old boys that Newcastle have. I've only been at one other club, but everyone that comes to the club, all the new boys have spoke about how much emotion around the day, and it was pretty special.